Welcome. You're listening to The Aligned Self, Conversations in Creating a Conscious and Abundant Life. This is Daniel Denovi. I'll be your guide and host. Let's see just where we can take this. Hello, friend, and welcome back to the conversation. I just got off a call with one of my clients, and she said something to me that was really cool. Really cool. It wasn't about me. It was actually a way of framing her to-do list. And I thought, I need to share this. So Phyllis said to me that she has a to-do list, and often she looks at this list and she said, nothing's getting done on this to-do list. And then she thought, is there a different way I can talk about this list? Is there a different perspective that would make it more likely that I would get things accomplished that I've written down? Now, this is not a hack to get more done. I want you to look at how it feels inside, the difference in the frame, the difference in the perspective. So here she has a to-do list, a list of things that aren't getting done or haven't gotten done. And so how she switched the frame on it, she now says things to be about doing. Things to be about doing. So as a to-do list, there is the feeling, the inner feeling of tension, things undone, things to do, things to be in action over. But things to be about doing, you're just handling them, you're taking care of them. Things to be about doing. When you're in the being of it, it's different than when you have something to do, because how you're being in the to-do list are things undone. You see, I think it's very important to be aware of the emotional impact or the sensation that different phrases, different feelings, different things you say on a regular basis, how do they actually feel in your body? They usually occur at the other than conscious level, or this feeling or the sensation occurs unconscious or underneath the surface, and sometimes we just play over it because we've said these things so many times that we're not really aware of the impact on our system, on our body, our emotions. For instance, a lot of people say, I need to exercise. I need to exercise. I'm putting on too many pounds. I need to exercise. Well, that sounds horrible. I choose to exercise. I'm going to take care of my body. And so I choose to exercise. I don't have to. I don't need to. I choose to. Another phrase people use is, I can't afford it. I don't have the money for it. I sometimes hear that when I tell people how much I charge for coaching. They say, I don't have the money for that, or it's not in the budget. Well, I've learned that nobody budgets, well, virtually nobody budgets for coaching. No one has it on their list of things to do. They typically have something they want to solve, a problem, and one of the ways to have that taken care of is by engaging with a coach. But rarely is there extra money for it. Rarely is there money available. If you're interested in solving a problem, an issue, if you're interested in working with a coach to assist you with that, then we find the money. People might sell something, they might work something out, they might take on a loan. There's all kinds of different ways to create the funding, create the money. Chances are, if you really, really wanted to take a vacation, you'd find a way to do it. And so this whole idea is, I can't afford it. I choose to spend my money differently. Or I want this and I'm going to figure out a way to make it happen. You see, we're so used to thinking that all the money we have in our pocket at the moment is all we'll ever have. I can't afford it. Once I started saying, I don't choose to spend my money on that. It's not a priority for me. And so I'm not going to worry about spending the money on it. It's just not a priority. If it was a priority, I can find the money somehow, some way. There was a time when I was at FedEx and I had no vacation time left, but I was burned out. I needed to take some time off, but I was told no more vacation. I asked for a leave of absence. A leave of absence? That's a different animal. Didn't fit in the category, didn't fit in the conversation of a vacation. I asked for a leave of absence. I wanted 2.5 weeks off. 3 if possible. Why did you need the time off? I just have some personal things to take care of. I need to get some things in order. And if I can have the time off, I'll do it without pay. If I can have the time off, then I can get things in alignment, and I'll be back with even more vigor, more passion for my job. What I found interesting at the time, they were really resistant about giving me vacation, but they were more than happy to give me a leave of absence. It was a different category in their mind. It was easier for them to say, sure, to a leave of absence. What that made me aware of is that we have terms, we have, definitions in our mind that prevent certain things from happening. We say things all the time. And just like I indicated earlier, a lot of people say, I need to do this. Well, you don't need to do anything, really. It's always a choice. The ultimate freedom is our ability to choose our response in any given moment. Yet how often do we say or think, you made me feel this way. You made me feel terrible. Did I really? Or are you choosing that response to what I said? I'll talk more about this in a future episode, exactly how do we talk to ourselves, the things we say to ourselves, and can we say them in a different way that makes an even greater impact or makes a bigger difference in our inner life. But for the purpose of this episode, I want you to be aware, at least begin tuning in to what is the vibrational impact, what is the sensation inside when you say certain things. Actually call that up into your awareness. Is there any less than amazing feeling that's generated or manifested inside when I say certain things? I would like my other than conscious mind to make that available to me in consciousness. I want you to make me aware of any of those disturbing sensations inside, like need versus choice. Or as Phyllis pointed out to me, the difference between a to-do list and a list of things to be about doing. This inner awareness of how we're feeling, of being able to contrast it and identify the different sensations, is known as a felt sense. This inner awareness will guide you towards recognizing intuition. What is right? What is wrong? It will guide you in all kinds of ways. Is this appropriate for me? Am I just being resistant in moving out of my comfort zone? Or is this something that is really violating my integrity? Tuning in and actually knowing your inner life, your inner signals, being able to differentiate, discern between the different sensations you have gives you a greater awareness of yourself. Well, my friend, until next time, this is your friend and host, Daniel Denovi. Short and sweet this was. Until next time, follow your bliss. Live your life from inner signals. Be inner directed as you engage in the epic adventure.